Hey everyone! So this layout I'm really excited to put together. I probably say that on every layout, I know. But these pictures that I took of my kids, I was just blown away at how good they turned out. I was actually taking selfies of myself because the lighting was so good, and then I told my kids, run up to the hill, let me see if I can get some good pictures of you. So I got this one, and it looks like he has like a Harry Potter sword. And so I'm gonna work with this photo and a double page over here, and I'm gonna add some 2x2 photos. I think I forgot to print out some. Oh, nope, they're under here. So I have some more over here, and I'm just gonna spread them out. And then I'm gonna use this awesome acrylic that says right now. And then I pulled out some journaling cards, and I think I've seen other creative team members do this, but I'm gonna try myself, and I'm gonna try to put the cards down here and kind of just cluster them and add them in, something like that. And I also pulled out some labels and all the puffy stickers. I pulled out a ton of stuff. I have no idea what I'm gonna use, but I'm excited to play around and try out the September goodies. So let's get started. And just to clarify, I know Harry Potter did not have a sword. I meant a wand. Looks like he's holding a Harry Potter wand. So I know that I want a little cluster embellishment at the top left of this photo and also down at the bottom. That way it balances out the multiple layers that I'm going to add to the bottom. I get out a ruler, that way I can draw lines on the journaling cards and save the scraps that I don't need or the pieces that I don't need, because I'm going to wind up using every little bit of these journaling cards. I love the idea of using just what I need of the journaling card and stretching the journaling card for lots of uses. So I also grab the Home Sweet Home 6x6 paper stack, and I pull out the orange piece of paper. I am drawing another line on a green journaling card and also on the blue journaling card as well. I'm going to wind up chopping that blue journaling card into a really skinny piece, but I just wanted the little section. And that way saves, like I said, saves the journaling card. That way I can use it again for something else. And I guess for that blue card, I could have used the 6x6 paper from the paper stack, but I just didn't think about it, and that's okay. And then I also fussy cut out the weekend, because these photos were taken on the weekend. So I fussy cut that out from a journaling card. And now I'm cutting out an orange piece of paper to put in the background as well. 2 pieces to put in the background. And now I'm just going to try to figure out where I want the pieces, the layer and the order that I wanted the pieces in. Just trying to move them. A lot of finagling. There's that funny word again. Now I'm going to place my photos that I had of my kids, the other favorites that I took from them standing on the hill. I also cut the orange paper to put in a 2x2 pocket. Trying to see which card I want to put for journaling on the right-hand side. I think I want that blue one, but I'm not sure. I also pull out a yellow 6x6 paper as well. And now I start to adhere the papers that I have put together for the bottom of the photo. I start with the orange. Now I'm gonna do the blue, and then I will do the green. And it's all about just, like I said, finagling and lifting things and making sure I didn't put too much adhesive. That way I can get the papers in there. I love this idea of just layering the journaling cards and the papers in the background. And I'm glad that I decided to try it. I think I've seen some other creative team members do this idea before. So, and the bottom of this photo just had nothing basically. So it was the perfect space to put papers and layer on all the different patterns from the journaling cards and the 6x6 paper stack. Plus the acrylic. I had to use those acrylic, the Right Now acrylic. So once again, just working on these papers and making sure that I'm getting them the way that I want them. It's a lot of work, I guess. I just wanted to make sure I got them right. I'm almost done working the papers. I decided the last minute that I wanted to add in a light blue paper, so that's what I'm doing. Just thin strips of the blue pattern paper from the 6x6 paper stack. And now I'm done layering all those papers on the bottom of the photo, and now I'm going to work with this fun new stamp set, Good Times, and I'm going to stamp a bunch of phrases on the different labels. And you just saw me measure, quote, measure, to see which phrases would work best on the label. And I'm not being too perfect with my stamping. I guess I could have been more perfect, like whether or not it was straight or not. But sometimes I find with the words, like the Elle Studio words, for me, probably just me, but the typewriter font, I have a hard time getting it lined up straight on my stamp. But I like the messy look. So what I'm doing is I'm just picking different phrases and I am stamping them at the top and the bottom and using a variety of colors, orange, blue, and green. And then the bold phrases, I guess that's what I'm going to call them, bold phrases, and then the typewriter font phrases as well. Just stamping those to make a fun little pattern section for the top left. And then now I am adding some pop dots to the weekend, and I think later on I will underline Sunday because that's the day that we took these pictures and we went to the park. And I'm going to put down the right now using some glue, and then I'm going to stagger the right and the now. So the right's going to go on the top and the now is going to kind of go below the weekend. I thought that made a unique title piece. Now I'm going to put down that stamped label. Sometimes I just do things out of order. No rhyme, no reason, but that's kind of how creativity works, right? So originally I had this veneer laid out, but I don't know. I couldn't get it to fit or sit. I don't know what the word is, but I just didn't like the way that it was looking, and so I decided to just go with a cluster of puffy stickers. I'm now looking at die cuts. I put a few die cuts out, but I'm going to stamp another label, the yellow one, and I think I goofed on this label, so I had to get I goofed on this yellow label. I really smushed the stamping. I'm okay with messy stamping, but not that messy. So I got out another yellow label, and I'm going to stamp some different phrases in orange and blue, and then I will put that on the bottom for the orange 2x2 card. And then I'll add a die cut from the kit, a green die cut, and then some puffy stickers as well. A blue heart, and then a circle. And that 2x2 card will be done. Looking for papers again because I was trying to decide what else I was going to put for my 2x2 card. So I picked that tiled pattern because it matched the green that I had already used on the left-hand side. I also decided that I want to add a small section of paper layering, just like I did on the large photo, and I take my scraps that I used on the left side to stack them up here. I use a very thin strip of the yellow from the weekend card to kind of be my diagonal line, and then I'm also going to use some of the blue journaling card and some of the green tiled pattern. Not sure what that pattern is, but I'm going to use that. And I kind of wind up with like an awkward line right in the middle. I guess I wasn't paying attention, but I'm just going to cover that up later on with some puffy stickers. Now I'm going to take an orange label and I'm going to stamp on it. I think I'm going to use the phrase "we are here," but then the ink just kind of smushed. So what I did is I flipped it upside down, and I'm just going to cover the smushed stamp sentiment with a tiny phrase label and then a puffy sticker. And then you won't be able to tell that I goofed. Yep, just a puffy sticker and a label, and then I will stamp a phrase. Try again and stamp a phrase. I love this sheet of Happy Moments puffy stickers. I think I almost used half of it, at least, by the time I finish this project. So I am going to cover up that little gap that I had right there with a puffy sticker and a X. So that way you can't tell that there's kind of a weird spot in the top of the card with the paper strips that I made. Maybe it's just a weird spot to me. I don't know, but... So I'm stamping good times, and I'm going to stamp, I think it's XOXO, but just some messy stamping right at the top of the journaling card. And I'm kind of moving my paper around so that way it can be used as a barrier, so that way I don't stamp where I don't want to stamp. Now I'm just going to journal a little bit on the label about what we were doing and how much I love these photos of my kids. And how, once again, parks always tend to give us a refresh or restart to our day. And I'm just stamping a few more of the XOXO, just in a light green color so it can be kind of in the background. Okay, readjusting to see what I need to make next. I'm going to work on that 2x2 card. I decided to use that pink tiled paper. That's what I'm going to call it, because it kind of matched the green tiled journaling card that I cut apart on the left side and used a little scrap for the main journaling card on the right. So for this 2x2, I stack a label and I stamp "This was the best" twice, add a die cut, and then a little cluster of puffy stickers. And then I will underline Sunday and be done. This project is done, and it's probably a new favorite. I absolutely love it. Love this project. I love how I decided to try these little strips, and then I carried them over here with the tiny little scrap that I had left over from cutting this out, and I just layered on a bunch of stamping, and my stamping was a little messy, but I totally love it. I mean, life with kids is messy, so it works. And I used the paper, the new paper from the paper stack, Home Sweet Home, the new puffies and hearts, and yeah, it came together and I love it, like I said. So I hope you enjoyed watching this process video. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.